Assalamu alaikum, this is Haris. Today we are going to discuss head to tail rule or tip to tail rule. Head to tail rule we basically use to add the two vectors, two or more vectors. Not necessarily all the time we do have two vectors. Even we do have two or more vectors, like we do have three vectors, we do have four vectors, we do have five vectors. We can add them together by using either head to tail rule, and another name of that is tip to tail rule. Now, why we call it head to tail rule? We are going to understand it in its method to add. First, keep in mind one thing, that we are going to add the two vectors which are identical. Identical in what sense? Not the magnitude necessarily to be equal. Uh, Identical in that sense, all the vectors are to be force vector either, all the vectors are to be velocity vectors, all the vectors are to be acceleration vectors. We can add all the vectors, okay, but they are being identical, means like all the force vectors we can add, we can add all the velocity vectors, we can add all the displacement vectors, but we can never add displacement with velocity vectors, or velocity with acceleration vector we can never add. Okay, let me do have the method to add the two vectors, because vectors having direction as well as magnitude, so they are not so simple to add them directly. Just like we are going to purchase 5 kilograms of sugar, then we do further purchase 6 kilogram of sugar, so it becomes 11 kilogram. That is a scalar. But in case of vectors, we have to add by using head to tail rule, because we do have direction in it. So to add the two vectors or two or more vectors, we will draw the first vector, keeping its magnitude and direction same. Means whatever be the direction of vector, we are not going to change. Whatever be the magnitude of the vector, we are not going to change. In the same way, we have to join the second vector. Second vector's tail with the head of the first vector, keeping its direction and magnitude same. We can never change the direction of a vector or magnitude. Even each either we do change the magnitude, the vector will be changed. Either we do change the direction, so vector will be changed. So keep in mind, we can never change the magnitude and the direction of a vector. So after joining the second vector's tail with the head of the first vector, the last step is that draw the resultant. Now question arises, what is the resultant? Resultant means result of a vector, means the single vector which represents the sum of all vectors together. So draw the resultant vector from where? From the tail of the first vector to head of the last vector. Now see how we do this. Just like we do have the question right here. Find the resultant of two forces of 10 Newton and 40 Newton. Mean first force is 10 Newton and the second force is 40 Newton in the direction of east and 60 degree from east to north respectively. What does it mean by this? There are two force vectors. The first one 10 Newton magnitude, the second one 40 Newton magnitude, and the direction is east, means respectively letter is being there. So it means that the first directions refer to the first vector, means just like 10 Newton having the direction of east and 40 Newton vector having the direction 60 degree from east to north. So what we are going to do, we have to represent the two vectors first. Yes, here, and before that we must have a suitable scale. Just like 1 centimeter represents 5 Newton, and 2 centimeter represents 10 Newton, 8 centimeter represents 40 Newton. Again and again I am going to repeat that scale is not necessarily to be same all the time. You may choose different scales. Okay, now after that, first we do represent the first vector 10 Newton vector, 2 centimeter, that makes 10 Newton, and the direction east. East we have already studied, this direction is called east. So this one is east. Let me have right here. Yes, this is north, this is south, this is east, this is west. Yes, so east direction 2 centimeter, that is being representing 2 Newton force. And in the same way, 60 degree from east to north. North is this one, east is this one, east to north 60 degree, east to north 60 degree, in this way. And we have to represent how much? 40 Newton. 40 Newton means 8 centimeter, that makes 40 Newton. So we do represent it in this way. This is 8 centimeter, exactly the line. Yes, you can see. Yes, here we do have a scale. Yes, 8 centimeter line we do have. This one is starting from here to here. And in the same way, this is 2 centimeter line. Now, how we do get the resultant? Yes, much easy right here. We can do it. Yes. Now we do join the two vectors. Again, we do represent the 2 centimeter from here. Yes. In the direction of east. Yes, first vector we have a sketch. 2 centimeter, that is representing 10 Newton. Yes, 10 Newton. 10 Newton. We do right here. Very good. And the 60 degree we have to draw. But before that, we have to draw the baseline. How we do draw the 60 degree? We have to draw the baseline. From that, we do represent an angle. Yes, 60 degree. From where? From here. Here we are going to represent the tail of the second vector. Yes, 60 degree. Here, 0 degree from to this line, that is east. 10 degree, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yes, yeah, we do have 60 degree exactly at that point. Now we do draw how much centimeters line? 8 centimeter line, and the tail must coincide with the head of the first vector. Yes, 0 we do point it out here. That must pass to this point. You can see this point. 8 centimeters. Yes. Yes, 8 centimeter. Exactly right here. Exactly right here. This one. Now, how we have to get the resultant vector? 8 centimeter. That is basically representing 40 Newton. Yes. Now, how we do get the resultant? From the tail of the first vector. See that? Draw the resultant from the tail of the first vector to the head of the last vector. Tail of the first vector, this is being the first vector that we have drawn, and this is being the second of the last vector. So the tail of the first vector to the head of the last vector we are going to join, and we can get the resultant right here. Yes. That is basically 9 centimeters. 9 centimeters. Yes, this is 9 centimeter line. How we have measured it? By using the scale, the same scale which have represented 8 centimeter and 2 centimeter earlier. Here it is representing 9 centimeter. You can see clearly. So this is 9 centimeters. So how we do get the resultant magnitude? The direction, we do have this one. Direction we can get by using the same D scale. Yes, D scale we do orient in this way. That is 50 degree. Yes, this is 50 degree from east. 9 centimeter. So this 9 centimeter, which is equal to how much newtons? 1 centimeter is representing 5 newtons. So 9 such centimeters means 9 multiplied by 5 Newton. Because 1 centimeter represents 5 newtons, so 9 centimeters represent 45 newtons. Yes, here we do have the resultant, that is 45 Newton. And what is the direction? Direction is direction of resultant. This we call it resultant vector. Resultant. The direction of resultant is 50 Newton. The direction of the resultant is 50 degrees. Sorry, 50 degree. Kindly share, comment, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.